Okay, so let's discuss this. So basically, I'm sure you'll have questions. Basically, what I meant in my last video, if you did not watch it, it's the guys video, uh, where I discussed what's going on in my life. And somebody came back who's been pursuing me for the past 2 years. Oh, goodness. So, if you want to go see that, go ahead and watch it. There is a little secret word at the end that I want you to comment down in the comments, and I will mention you in another video tomorrow, because I will be making one tomorrow. If you want to know why, it's in the other video. So, go ahead. Anyways, basically, what I'm going to talk about is basically what's going on in my life. So, my car just gave out. My car, my red, beautiful, wonderful car, has been having issues ever since my mom came back from visiting her boyfriend. Basically, I'm pretty sure they're in a relationship. He just hasn't figured it out yet. He's the one who progressed their relationship, but, moving on, it's not about them. So, she drives up there, he's 3 hours away, and she drives back, but she stays there for a couple of days, so it's worth the gas. So she came back the other day because she has counseling, but on the way back, she had stopped to use the bathroom at a gas station, and the car wouldn't start. She needed to jump. My battery, something was wrong with it. So she got down to Janesville. I went to meet her because I had the volunteering that I do every weekend. I'm not gonna be able to actually do, which I have to mention to my job. But basically, there was a lot of battery corrosion near the little plus and negative sign. So the battery, there's something up with the battery. It needs charged. It needs to be changed out. Something's up with the battery, and we have to do something, which sucks because we already have problems with her car. She had a metal piece get stuck in her tire and flatten her tire. So right now her vehicle has the donut on it, the donut tire, the spare tire, on it, and it can't go faster than 50, no faster than 60 for sure, because it's a donut tire. It's not supposed to be going on high speeds. So that's why she was taking my car. But now we have two iffy cars doing the iffy thingies, and we got no money. I'm only getting $193 from unemployment right now, because unemployment decided to cut that benefit money that we were receiving, that's extra $600 a week. That was ended on July 25th. So I went from $700 a week so I could pay for the motel room, which is $350, and all the other bills that we still are mandatory to pay, to $193 a week, which pays nothing. That pays my car payment for 1 week. I had to pay that every 2 weeks. That's $125 plus that little bit for gas. That's it. I'm like, how are we going to survive? I mean, there's that new executive order that the President Trump had. I don't usually talk about politics, but we're going to mention it anyways. That President Trump had signed. There's a guy on TikTok that I watch. I think his name is Brian Bernard or something. He does these little clips on TikTok where he plays as a state and explains what's going on in life, but in a funny, humorous way. I've been watching his videos, and it's a lot easier to understand and not have to go to the news and see all the horrible, devastating sadness that is inside the world right now, because I already feel it. I just don't need to see it or hear more about it. Anyways, I watched his video the other day, and he had explained he did 3 videos on it, and he did 4 executive orders or whatever he signed. One of them was for the unemployment. It was so that unemployment can give out $400 extra benefits to unemployed people during this pandemic. But the problem with that is the states had to help out with it. If the states had to pay 25% of the money before the government will give over their 75%, which is a problem because States that have that capabilities and the money and the finances to do it can do it. But don't forget about, what about the states who don't have the money capabilities, because they're the ones in need? What happens then? Oh, it doesn't come to us. Yeah, exactly. We don't even get the 75% unless we put in our 25%. So basically, like places like Iowa, who just had a land hurricane or tornado or whatever, and they're having a giant blackout in some areas and stuff like that. Like they're having it bad over there, and they basically they will not have the fundings to do that. But it would help the unemployment people, but they can't, and the government won't help. So like it's only for states that have the riches. So I probably won't be. I don't know how my Wisconsin works yet. I'm still learning, but as far as I can tell, we aren't gonna receive it because other states have already begun to receive it, and I'm on unemployment and I haven't noticed any difference in Wisconsin. So, and I've talked to somebody else and they haven't heard anything either. So we might not even get that $400 benefit, which sucks. So that means I need to probably look for a job. But yet again, a lot of things are still closed because of COVID. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Like, it just blows my mind that this could be happening. People are losing their jobs, people are going on unemployment, but the government can't help us. It's just like, what? And then, the other three things, if I remember correctly, one of them, student loans are on deferred. They're deferred until next year. There's no but in that one. They deferred loans. That's it. Student loans are deferred. That's it. There was no buts, ifs, ands, or anything. I'm like, wow, you did one thing nicely compared to the other two things that I'm about to mention. The other two things are, if I can remember correctly, one of them has to do with payroll, which basically doesn't do anything. A lot of companies are I think it's payrolls. Don't quote me on that, but I might be mixing up the next two things. But one of the things it's supposed to help give money or help, it's supposed to look like it's going to help us, the unemployed people, but actually it only helps people who are working, and that's it. It doesn't help the unemployed people or people who have lost their jobs. It actually only helps the people who are already back at work, which makes no sense. They're already back at work. They already get money and all this stuff. Why do they need more help? The people who can't work, who can't get back into their jobs because of the whole COVID situation and the spacing and stuff, should be the ones who need help. So why is it going towards that? Who knows? I don't know if that's the payroll thing or not. And then another thing, this could be the payroll thing or whatever. But the other thing had to do with taxes. And like companies didn't have to pay the specific tax thingy. It could be delayed until the next year. And then it will have to be taken, which it makes us. I'm like, can't you just waive it for now, like completely? Why do you want us to take that money away from us? Instead of taking it now, you want to take it away from us in January next year when we do taxes? Why? So a lot of places probably will not be instead of just canceling that and giving you more money, they're just gonna basically keep paying that tax thing, because why stop paying it if you're just gonna have to pay it back later? You know, like, makes no sense. So there's just a lot of contradictory in these four executive things, except that the one good one, the student loans, which makes no sense because no one's really going to school unless you're online. So really, it's just like, what? I greatly appreciate it because I have student loans that I definitely have to pay now because I'm not going to college because I technically graduated. But like, what? Like, boo! It's just the same. It's just the same. Think about it. It's just the same as if I need a job so I can earn money so I can buy a car. but I need a car to be able to go to work. It's like that little loop. Like, I need a vehicle to work, but I need a job to pay for that vehicle. How does, it just makes no sense. It's just a loop that's going to continue because there's no way to break out of it. I mean, yeah, sure, buses and getting rides and stuff, but that's if, one, you have a friend who has the free time to give you rides at the specific time you need to get a ride, or they work with you. Two, buses routes don't always go near your work, so you're going to end up walking half the time anyways. So if you, especially here in Wisconsin, everything's so spread out, if you don't live close enough to that place, you're going to be tracking. Like, you're going to be biking, you're going to be walking, and you're going to end up sweaty and more exhausted before you even get to the point of working. It's just, it's a catch-22, and it's frustrating. And this is why I don't watch the news. Like, I know I should, and I will eventually, but, like, it's stuff that I know I need to know, but it does nothing for me. Like, this doesn't help me. I'd rather have not known that he signed that thing, and just would have loved the surprise of gaining $400 if my state can do it. The fact that now I know that we won't get it, but other states will, is frustrating, and there's nothing we can do. Yeah, we can vote for somebody else for the next election, sure, but that doesn't mean change is going to automatically happen either. There's too much rules, there's too much this has to happen for this to happen situations, and it's just not going to work out. It's just it's too much, you guys. I'm sorry, this is too much. I didn't mean to make another long video. If you got to this point, put in the comments catch-22, because that's what that is life right now. It's the catch-22, and 2020 sucks, and it's gonna continue sucking. I hope it doesn't continue sucking all the way to January, but by the looks of it, anything's in the air right now. Catch-22. I will see you guys later. I will talk to you tomorrow. Again, watch the other video if you want to know why I'm going to talk to you tomorrow.